Okay, hello everyone. We're back for episode 2 of the Layered Podcast. Today we're gonna be talking about the ins and outs and trends versus timeless.
I like it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. We have quite a few different views on these different topics that we have
We do.
right now, which is gonna be good because we do not agree on a lot with this.
Well, yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, and that's totally
What you
okay.
guys can't see is that we have a studio audience and the dog who's watching us.
Teddy,
So
he's our biggest supporter.
he is number one fan. I'm gonna let you start it off because I like to say no to things.
Okay, so we went through a list of different things.
Mhm.
Kind of took BuzzFeed for inspiration
Mhm.
of what the biggest trends are, and we're gonna kind of go over what we think is in and out and what
Got it.
should just go. I'm gonna start off with something that I'm pretty passionate about. Uh, lofts in the upstairs
Yeah.
of a house, and when I say this, I mean those a lot of new build homes. They have a spot for they call it like a kid zone where you can put like a TV and stuff, but then it minimizes the size of all the bedrooms
Correct.
and it's a waste of space. Unless you have kids to use it, it's a waste. What do you
Agreed.
think?
Yeah, I don't. I think a loft should be a useful space like an office.
Yeah.
I think it's a great or a gym.
Mhm.
I don't think it warrants kids because they grow
Yeah, and they don't want to be sitting in the
and they
middle.
leave.
Yeah. They don't want everyone listening to their conversations,
No,
and they
no,
don't want, especially if you have boys that are playing video games, you don't want to hear them yelling at
no,
people on their games.
no,
No, it's
no.
not a thing.
Homework area, maybe.
Yeah, but even that goes out
Yeah,
pretty quickly.
but
I
there's a
Yeah.
desk, so everyone could use the desk.
Yeah, that's true.
I like it.
Yeah, but I think that they should stop doing that. If the house is big enough that you don't need to take away any square footage of any of the other rooms, go for it.
Fair,
Do what you want.
fair, fair.
But they need to stop doing that.
Okay, I'll support you on that one.
Yeah. And it's always the best floor plans downstairs that they do that to the upstairs too, that I find.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, what else you got?
Okay. Um this is one that we also don't agree with. We're gonna move into kitchens. Pot fillers. So I'm an
Oh,
Italian girl. A pot filler,
mm,
it's your
yeah.
pasta, boom, boom, boom.
Okay, and I'm gonna play devil's advocate.
Yeah,
How many pot fillers do you see in Italy?
not many.
Right,
Yeah,
and they did just fine.
yeah.
Actually, I think the best pasta in the world is from Italy.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my issue with pot fillers. They're pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
It's a good accessory.
it's a great accessory. It looks nice. And yeah, it's definitely useful. However, when they break, which unless you go and spend a lot of money on a pot filler,
Mm-hmm.
if you buy the cheap pot filler, they will break. I promise you, I swear to you, they will break.
Yeah.
So I guess it's a catch 22. If you want the pot filler, it's a big splurge. If you're not going to splurge, don't do it because it's going to break. It's going to be a costly repair because then you have to take down your backsplash. Then you have to possibly have a flood.
Mm-hmm. That is true. That is true.
So if it's just a pretty one, that's fine. But kids hang on it, it happens.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And we're back.
We're back. Sticking with the kitchen, cabinets that go all the way to the top.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah, me too.
Because if they don't,
Mm-hmm.
then it becomes a dust collector.
Yeah, and don't put decor up there unless it's in a
Oh,
cabinet.
the faux plants.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, don't do it. And it just gets so gross up there, like
Mm-hmm.
gross. You can have faux cabinets too, like just make it go so you don't have to dust on top.
Yeah, we've had a few stages where we're pulling down some gnarly stuff that I don't think they've been
Since
taken down.
1973.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a lot. It's no.
it's just no.
Mm-hmm. Let's look at some other stuff we have here. Double islands, 2 islands. Do we really need it? Are we all the Kardashians?
Hmm. Yeah, no. I think if you're gonna do an island for prep,
Mm-hmm.
why do you need an island for sitting?
Because my family, we've never all sat in a line at our island that we've needed.
If you have an island just for sitting,
Yeah.
why not have a table?
Yeah, honestly. I don't get it.
Yeah.
And most islands these days are big enough, like the depth is pretty good that you can prep and have people sitting there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just get a bigger
I
island.
just, if your kitchen's huge, I think there's other ways to fill it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Let's see here. Fake balconies. Condos. This is such a big thing, especially in Toronto. Those fake balconies. Or they give you like 2 feet. Can't fit a chair. Can't fit
Yeah.
anything out there.
What's the point?
Just give me a window that opens.
Right?
Some nice airflow. Maybe if we lived in Toronto, we would think differently because it's somewhere to go out, like be out there.
But
But
you could have like
yeah,
a sliding door is only half a window,
yeah,
really, ideally. So why wouldn't I just have one huge window that
yeah,
opens?
that's true.
Yeah, I aesthetically it doesn't even look like it's purposeful.
Yeah. And they look so stupid when you're driving and see just like this little
Yeah.
balcony.
Like let me just step out in the balcony. Maybe if you're
Yeah.
Juliet
Yeah. And
or
just
Rapunzel,
cascade your hair.
let down your hair.
Yeah.
And then your Prince Charming climbs up your hair. That's
Maybe.
okay.
But
I'm
I
in.
don't think that's happening downtown these days.
Probably not.
No. No. Um Ooh, going back inside the house. Bathrooms that are really close to the kitchen or the
No,
dining
hard
room.
no. Nobody needs that in their life.
Yeah, it's so awkward for your
Oh my
guests
god.
if you need to excuse yourself
That
for a
is
moment and
gross.
everyone's sitting at the table. No. No. And also bathrooms. I hate the look of a toilet. I don't want to like walk past and see a toilet or see a toilet while I'm eating.
Listen, there's some pretty beautiful toilets
There
now.
are, but they also,
Yeah, I
what's
get it.
happening
I
there.
get it.
It's
Yeah, no,
gross.
no, no, no. And I don't need that while I'm eating
I don't need that energy.
mom's pot roast. Yeah.
No, no, ma'am. We should
No,
not.
no, ma'am.
Um,
No.
floating stairs.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I think it's a tough one for me. It depends on the house.
Depends on the house.
If
For
it's
me,
super ultra modern,
yeah, it makes sense.
yeah,
But I also think about the pets and dogs. Like your dog's done. If they fall
yeah,
through those, or children, or
yeah, yeah. They're
you have a
not there.
glass of
There's a
wine.
safety concern or six, but there's a safety concern there. I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
definitely.
Okay, fair.
It's a little concerning. Lime wash on
No,
the
hard
walls.
no. Stop it.
Immediately no.
Immediately no.
Uh-uh.
I immediately hate it, and I'll tell you why. Because you're gonna get sick of it, and then what do? It's not
Yeah.
easy to remove.
Yeah. And I see every day on TikTok someone lime washing their walls and it makes me
I'd like to talk to
cringe.
them in 5 years
Yeah.
and be like, How's that lime wash wall going?
Yeah.
How do you like it now?
And it's gonna be so out. Like 2026, you're not gonna see the lime wash anymore.
Yeah, you got to be careful on your trends. Like, choose them wisely.
Yeah, definitely. This is a good one that I know you're passionate about. Ray Dunn.
Please no. I think if anybody knows me, how I feel about any kind of writing on
Word
walls,
art.
word art, if you have to tell me that this is the sugar and the creamer or the salt and pepper,
Yeah.
I don't know. Just
But do you remember like the phase where
no.
people were lining up
I
outside
know.
of like Home Goods and Home Sense to get the new drops?
Why?
It's crazy.
Why?
Like Ray
Because
Dunn
some
had people
influencer
in a
said it was a
chokehold.
good idea.
Yeah,
Oh God. And no.
you know.
Guess what's in the butter dish? Butter.
Like they're so
I
just
can't.
not.
I'm just. Please don't hate me. Please.
But they're not even good quality. It's not something that you're gonna want to pass down to your great grandkids and be like, like
So here's, and they were expensive.
yeah.
So here's something funny. I do secondhand shopping for clients who want good furniture but not high pricing, and we see a lot of Ray Dunn
Mm-hmm.
in the resale shops.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So sorry about that. Oops.
Okay. Shiplap, which kind
No.
of goes with Ray
No.
Dunn and the vibe.
No.
I think it's time to go for the
No.
shiplap.
Oh my God. And then people were like, oh, I'll just draw on the wall because I don't actually want chip wall. So I'm going to get a Sharpie and a ruler.
You know,
Why?
please don't.
Oh no.
I just
No.
No.
Just
No.
it's again like it's no. I just you got to clean it. Like
Yeah.
you know what I look at it when I look at it. I want to put a hook on it and hang like something on it like at a garage
Yeah. Yeah. It gives like laundry
pegboard.
room vibes, and it shouldn't be anywhere else in the house if you
It
already
had
remove
its
it.
time,
Yeah.
and now it's dead.
It's over.
Yep.
Okay. The last in a note for us. Um, all neutral rooms, and we have very different opinions on
Yeah.
this.
Define neutral. Like, are the walls neutral and the bedding's neutral and the floor's neutral? Like, is it all just like
Yeah.
one basic
Yeah.
boring? No,
Yes.
no,
Immediately yes.
immediately no. I think you need to have, okay, depending on the room, I think there needs to be some kind of life, and maybe it's in art.
Mhm.
You want to do neutral everything and then put a beautiful piece of art?
Mhm.
Okay, all right, I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
But beige on beige on beige on gray on beige on gray on beige.
That's what I live with. See, for me, color overwhelms me when it's in my own space. When I go
Hmm.
home at night, I want just like clear, clean, no color, nothing. And also, yeah, no, like there's no also. It's just, yeah, I just
There
need it
are
to be
so many
neutral.
studies, girl, like when it comes to dining room and what invokes hunger and
Mhm.
color invokes a passion in
Mhm.
people. And um I think you need some color in your life. And maybe it's a pillow, maybe
Yeah.
it's a piece of art, but there are major studies done on color and happiness. I'm just
Yeah.
saying,
Yeah.
get yourself a blue pillow.
This has become a therapy session.
I know. Whoopsie doodle. As we know, I am to some
Yeah.
clients.
Yeah.
I become a therapist,
Yeah.
and I'm not sure I should be giving anybody advice on anything except color.
Yeah.
Um, can I say some now?
Yeah. For
Okay.
sure. Let's hear your trends, your
Okay.
ins and outs,
Okay.
everything.
Okay. 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 All right.
Let me just
Color drenching.
I'm in between. My own space, don't want it. Someone else's space, love it.
Interesting.
Love.
Oh no, I'm all in.
But it also depends because I wanted to color wash our powder room
Right.
because that's somewhere that I feel like should be dramatic, different.
Right.
But a bedroom freaks me out in my own house, but somebody else's,
Interesting.
like, I love it. Divine.
You need some therapy, I think. Here's my take. I think it's in. I think I've always done it,
Yeah.
whether it was any color.
Mm.
So, and my rule of thumb is unless your trim is something to be discussed or highlighted,
Mhm.
it doesn't need to be. So, even if your walls are white, I've always done the trim the same color white, maybe a different finish. Um, and I've done that in a few clients' house, and then they actually look a bit different, anyways. But yeah, keep it. Oh, yeah, everywhere. It helps me, and I will say I have a color wash bedroom,
Mhm.
and it's dark
Yeah.
because my husband likes we're like living in the bat cave. So, it is so calming to me. It's funny. White would
Yeah.
be like "Mm." Dark green. I'm
Yeah.
in.
Well, I don't like white. I like gray.
Okay, well,
Let's get it
that's
correct.
that's that's too bad. Anyways, let's talk about gray.
Okay.
So I introduced you to a wonderful color called agreeable gray. And then she tells me that it's like the color of 2025.
Yeah.
I have been using agreeable gray for a long time. Like it is my go-to color because
Yeah.
I've never loved gray, but I like agreeable gray by Sherwin-Williams. They're my peeps. Um, that it's warmer. It's not so gray. Is it beige? Is it gray? Is it
Mhm.
grayish?
It's everything. And
It's
it looks good everywhere. Any time of day, different lighting, it always looks good.
if you learned anything from me,
Agreeable gray.
thank you. You could
Period.
just period. Mic drop. I can't drop my mic.
Done.
Um accent walls.
I don't really know what your opinion is on this, to be honest, because it depends, I
It
feel like.
depends. Is it wallpaper? I love a good wallpaper,
Yeah.
except, as we've learned, if it's completely different color than the rest
Yes.
of the walls, you have to have some cohesion somewhere.
That's when the colors come into play.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, for example, agreeable gray and a blue wallpaper, there needs to be another blue wall.
Mhm.
Has to.
Makes it cohesive.
Has to. Do I like those wood feature walls? I think it depends.
I love them.
Is it fluted?
I love a fluted wall.
I do too. I have a fluted
You
wall.
do. That's what I was just thinking.
So I very much like it. What I think we're out of now are the geometrical shapes.
Oh, I can't stand that.
Yeah.
Cannot stand.
Fluted walls, some lovely trimming. I don't
Mhm.
mind.
Yeah.
But geometrical shapes.
I do like a trim with a darker accent wall compared to the rest of
Yeah,
the room.
fair.
Yeah. It's a
Look at
vibe.
us. Look at that. We
Yeah.
agreed on it.
Look at us.
Huh. Okay, black and white checkered floors. This is such a conundrum.
I think it depends on the space. I think it can be a trend for certain houses. But I also think it's timeless because it's been around
It's
for
timeless.
years.
Period. There's no explanation needed. It's timeless.
There we go. She
It's
answered that one.
timeless. It has been around forever and it will never go out.
Yeah.
And it works with everything.
Mhm.
I think I should back up and say, it's not the like 4x4 checkers. That makes me dizzy. It's big. Like you got to do the big checkers.
I'm thinking about the 4x4 ones.
Okay.
And those scare me.
That's a hard no.
Yeah.
Hard no. So, but other than that, they're timeless
Mhm.
forever. Amen.
Period.
Mic
Move
drop.
on.
Move on. Subway tile.
I love Subway tile. It's so classy.
Really? Okay.
I think it's
It's
trendy, but
classic.
it's also classic.
It is a classic. Hello, Teddy. Nice to see you. It is a classic. However, I think we can do better.
Depends on the space. Subway tile in a basement? Kitchen? Hell
Fair.
yeah.
But I also think we can do better than the 3x2s.
True that.
There
True
is
that.
there is 4x12s,
Yeah.
3x12. Like I think the idea of it's still there, but we can
Mhm.
update it a bit.
Yeah.
I agree with you. It is timeless,
Mhm.
but I think as it grows, we can grow too.
Yeah.
Okay, here's another one just popped right in.
Mhm.
So let's envision white subway tile.
Yeah.
What color grout do you use?
Depends. We have
Really?
people that don't like the look of
Correct.
grout, so you want it to be really matchy. Sometimes a darker grout, though, gives that dramatic look.
Oh
But it
no.
depends to me.
I'm not a grout lover.
No.
I like the thinnest amount of grout
Mhm.
and I like it to blend.
Okay.
But you're right.
Yeah.
Some people
Yeah.
some people do.
Yeah.
I can grow.
That's what it's all about. It's growing, flourishing.
Hardwood floors.
Love hardwood.
Need a drink.
I love hardwood floors. I love the look
Agreed.
of them running through kitchens these days. I do think that that could be more of a trend. I think that's going to go out of style again. Um, I feel like everyone will find something new that they want running through their kitchen again.
Yeah, so I had it in my old house. Loved every minute of it.
Mhm.
I do not have it in my new house. And I can't say I really care, but
Mhm.
I like black and white tile. So I win. Um, but yeah, hardwood's timeless,
Yeah.
but not gray hardwood.
No. No.
No.
It's okay if it has a fleck of gray, but not a full gray. No.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You've come such a long way.
I know. You've made me
You were
flourish.
the gray girl.
I was.
And now,
Look at me.
I know. Impressed. I'm
Mhm.
impressed. I'm impressed.
Thanks.
Okay. I think I can't think of anything else that I think we hit everything that I
Yeah.
wanted to talk about.
Yeah. I think that concludes it.
Episode number 2, down.
Donezo. And we'll see you the next episode.
Yeah. Peace and light.
Ta ta.